After passing out from ISM in 2014 with flying colors, I really wanted to pursue MBBS to become a doctor, but I just didn't know where to begin. I came across StudyCo just by chance, and they provided me with excellent guidance, not just in understanding the gravity of medical education, but also showed me the right path to achieving my dreams. They guided me all through the application process for Monash University, Malaysia, which is an Australian university in Malaysia, and took away a large part of my anxiousness in this regard.
Hello everyone, my name is Rapali and I am currently studying in Australia. So I always had this dream of going and studying abroad, and StudyCo has helped me immensely in achieving my dream. So I am here in Australia just because of them. They helped me in every step of the way, from filling in applications to arranging documents, filling in visa applications, everything. Even though the process was so complicated, they made it very easy. They do everything for you and they never get irritated even if you ask them small questions again and again. So I encourage you all to go through StudyCo. They are wonderful people and I would recommend them to everyone. Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Harsha. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Could you switch on your video, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Professor Niranjan, good evening, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yeah.
Sir, you're not audible.
Good evening, sir. So can we check your audio, sir? Sir, you're not audible, sir.
Hello, I'm audible now.
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hi, my name is Joshua Jimmy, and I'm the head boy of Indian School Muscat. We are truly delighted to welcome our keynote speaker, famous Indian columnist and writer, former Minister of State in the Government of India for External Affairs and Human Resource Development, Dr. Shashi Tharoor, Honorable Member of Parliament India, to this valedictory function, Avenir 2020.
an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. A very good evening to one and all. On behalf of Indian School Muscat, I'm Aaron Abraham of Class 11A, your host this evening. We are delighted to have you all with us today for Avenir 2020, a mission to enkindle the mind of students in diversified fields and motivate them to choose the course of their interest and caliber. Today, we are privileged to have with us eminent personalities, Dr. Harsha and Professor Niranjan from NITTE University, who will discuss the courses offered by them. Here is a video from NITTE University. Over to you, sirs, for your presentation.
A warm good evening to all of you. We are delighted to have you all with us. Let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Harsha Halahalli. I am the Director for Curriculum Development at NITTE deemed to be university, which is one of the NITTE institutions that we are going to introduce you to today. My colleague, Dr. Niranjan Chiplankar, is also with me. We will be co-hosting this session. I would like to begin by talking about what we will be covering this evening. I will begin with an introduction to the NITTE group of institutions. I will also try and talk about why we think you should consider NITTE institutions for your educational journey. I will also brief you about the programs at one of the campuses of NITTE institutions, that's the campus at Mangalore. Professor Niranjan Chiplankar, the principal of the engineering school of the NITTE group of institutions, will talk about the programs related to engineering and technology, primarily at the NITTE campus of our group. We also hope to have about 10 to 15 minutes for any questions and answers that we may have in this session. So with that, let us get started. The word NITTE, which is common to all our institutions, is actually the name of the ancestral village of the founder of the NITTE group of institutions. Late Justice K. Segde, who was a former judge of the Supreme Court of India and also Speaker of the Lok Sabha of India, after retirement from his illustrious career, came back to his native village, NITTE, which is located in the state of Karnataka, and to follow on his vision for India, for the rural communities of India, he initiated the establishment of a education trust. This trust began in a very modest way, establishing a school in this small little village. And now, 4 decades later, the trust has grown into a huge tree. And we have 3 campuses now. The original campus at NITTE, the village in Karnataka. A second campus at Mangalore, the coastal city of Mangalore, which is about 60-70 kilometers from NITTE. And the third campus at Bangalore, which is the capital city for Karnataka. The trust is now headed by Sri Vinaya Hegde, who is also the chancellor for the NITTE deemed to be university, which is part of this group of institutions. So spread across campuses, we have 36 institutions offering a large number of programs, education programs. We have more than 4,500 employees in these 3 campuses, and more than 25,000 students study in the institutions of NITTE. The NITTE Education Trust has the vision to build a humane society through excellence in education and health. In order to work towards this vision, the trust has several education institutions, and its presence over the last 41 years, it has grown into a well-recognized and respected institution builder. The NITTE Education Trust has colleges and university which offers programs in health professions educations, engineering and technology education, management education, vocational training, technical training, general education, and also it runs several schools and pre-university colleges catering to general school education needs. The other major arm of the trust, which caters to its vision of healthcare delivery, is also very well established with tertiary care teaching hospital with almost all the medical and surgical super specialties. The trust also has a rural specialty hospital, which is unique, and a network of 21 rural health centers spread across 4 districts in the states of Karnataka and the neighboring state of Kerala. We are excited to connect with bright young minds like you this evening. And of course, we are also excited to have your wise parents joining us this evening. Let us begin with a question to take this session forward. We want you to ask yourselves, what is it that you're looking for? I understand that many of you are currently in high school. Some of you are in +1 and +2. So definitely these questions that must be cropping up in your minds. These must be discussions across the dinner table at our homes. What are you looking for? A job, a career, a calling? What are these? What are the differences between a job, a career, and a calling? A job is a means to an end. One would do a job to earn money, to fulfill the basic needs of life, like food, clothes, shelter, roti kapda makan, like the famous Bollywood movie. An engineer who may have an interest primarily in music or theater may still want to do a job to pursue his other interests and also to support himself and his family. A career, on the other hand, is a ladder to a better life. One moves from a job to other jobs maybe, or to higher jobs within that line of working. One who works to get promotions for a better salary, for higher status, for improved self-esteem is working towards a career. People who pursue a career have long-term professional goals. They enjoy healthy competition in the workplace. A career adds value to your life. So an engineer who joins as maybe assistant engineer or a developer may have dreams of becoming this chief technical officer of his company and plans towards it and moves towards it. So it can add value to life. On the other hand, a calling can be an end to itself. Some of you may want to work for the pleasure of working, for the sense of fulfillment that working provides you. Such of you will develop a personal and emotional connect with your work. Now, the difference between a calling and a career is that while a job or a career adds value to your life, it meets your external needs, a calling can meet your internal needs. And in addition, it can also make a difference to others. It can make a difference to the world. Therefore, a job, a career, a calling are all different ways of approaching work. All of these are valid goals. All of these are good goals to have in life. But you may want to see which is it that you look forward to, spending most of your life. Remember, most of us would spend 30, 40 years, working, and it is good to think about these issues early itself. Now, each one of you would be enthused about something. Each one of you would love doing something. Now, if you are also good at doing something, let us say you love music, you love listening to music. If you're also good at playing a musical instrument, or if you're, let us say, you're good at repairing things, you're good at putting together things. So there are things that you love doing, and there are things that you're good at. Now, if you can find a job related to something that you love and also which you're good at, then you have a passion, you have a lifelong passion to what you're doing. Now, of course, loving what you're doing and being good at it by itself may not earn you enough to sustain yourself. What you love and what you're good at may not get you a good job, may not get you good progression in your career, and therefore might not be financially rewarding. Now, if what you love, what you're good at, also pays for you, it gets you a good job, then you have a good profession. So what you're good at, if it pays for you, you have a good profession. Now, for some people, what they're good at and what they get paid for may not be something that they really are enthused about, but they would still persist with that profession because it's important for sustenance. Now, if you're good at your profession, and if what you're doing in your profession is something that the world needs, it is something that solves a real problem in the real world, then what you're doing and what you're getting paid for doing that becomes a vocation. So you're earning a living, at the same time, you're making a difference to others in your life. Now that is what we mean by calling. You're having a vocation. Now, of course, you could be loving something that you're doing, and that could be something that the world needs, but unfortunately, you may not be earning much out of it. You may not end up earning much out of it. So it kind of becomes a personal mission. So maybe you really love animals, and you become a veterinarian, and you're really making you're saving a lot of stray animals and helping a lot of people with their pets. But for some reason, if it's not paying you, then it's a personal mission which you're very good at, but it may not be sustainable in the long run. It may not be something that you like, then it may not be sustainable in the long run. Now, just imagine this, there's something that you really love doing, and you really become good at it. You really work towards becoming good at it. And then you find a job and you work towards a career in which you actually earn money out of this thing that you love and you're good at doing. And if this also happens to be making a difference to the world, imagine how fulfilling that can be. Imagine how content your life could be. Now, this kind of a contentment, this kind of a fulfillment, the Japanese have a nice word for it. They have this concept of ikigai. What is this ikigai? In Japanese, ikigai means simply the purpose in life. It roughly translates into something that makes your life worthwhile, your purpose in life. So if you enjoy something, if you're good at it, and you can earn money out of it, and also make a difference to others, add value to others, then you would have found your purpose in life and your life would be worthwhile. Now, this is something that obviously we would all love to have. So how does one going about finding one's ikigai? You need to figure out what is it that you love doing. This is something most of you by now have an idea about. What is it that you're passionate about? What is your passion? By the time you're in your teens or late teens, you'd have more or less figured this out. Of course, things can change sometimes, and you may have a different passion a little later, but you have a general idea about the things that bring joy to you. The next question is, what is that you can become proficient in? What is that you can become good at? Maybe you're already good at something, but you can also develop that proficiency. The third thing is, what is it that you can put to good use in terms of profitability? What is it with which you can earn, make some money out of? What is it that you can get paid for? And the fourth thing is, of course, purpose. Is there something that you can make a difference not only to your life, but to others? So passion is something that you probably have some idea about now. Proficiency is something that you need to go out and find out what is it that you're already proficient at, what is it that you want to become proficient at. So there are two aspects to this, what is called as aptitude or talent. Now, to some extent, this is something that you're born with. This is something that, you're kind of predisposed towards, and therefore you may not be really aware of this. So career counseling, aptitude tests can help you in discovering this. Another thing is, at this age, you should really be exploring things, try out different things. Even if you don't really like it in the beginning, try out things and get to know what is it that you like and what is it that you don't like. And also try and start developing skills and expertise. Now, one of the primary goals of education is this, to help you develop skills and expertise, to discover your talents and aptitudes, and to develop your expertise. Any decent education should be able to help you in this. To take it to the rest of the things, you need to have a better education that also helps you in understanding your career goals, understanding your career opportunities, and maybe even business opportunities. For those of you who don't want to work under someone else, if you want to start your own businesses, if you want to be entrepreneurs, what are the business opportunities? You also need to figure out and work towards becoming more employable. Just expertise, just knowing things and being good at doing things may not be sufficient. You need to be good with people. You need to have good interpersonal skills. You need to have good communication skills. You need to develop leadership skills. So this makes you employable. This makes you an entrepreneur if you decide to go out on your own. So for this you need a better than average education. A really good education also helps you find your mission in life. It helps you discover that purpose which really makes things worthwhile. Now, that is what you should look for in a education, in a good education. And you're all kind of more or less halfway through education, and you still have half of education left. So you should give a good thought to these things. Now, we think at the NITTE group of institutions, we can help you in this. So we invite you to explore the NITTE group of institutions as a possible launchpad for your journey to find your ikigai. So that is what this brief session is about. So let me just share with you some of our thoughts as to why you should keep NITTE institutions in your mind over the next 2, 3, whatever number of years as you're getting ready for college. The NITTE group of institutions has been in the field of education for 41 years now. So we understand education and we excel at education. And this is evidenced by a large number of recognitions from various international and national organizations. For example, The NITTE University has been ranked consistently in the top 100 universities of India over the last 4 years. All the major institutions are accredited with the highest A grade by the National Assessment and Accreditation Council of India. The QS World University Rankings has placed NITTE University in the top 450 universities of Asia. Many of our institutions, many of our programs, the technology-oriented programs, are accredited by the National Board for Accreditation. Many of our individual colleges are figuring in the NRF rankings. Our major institutions have also been recognized for their e-learning readiness. So we have a large number of recognitions which gives you the confidence that you're looking at a group of institutions who are serious about their contributions to education and which have been recognized globally and nationally. Another reason why we think for most of you NITTE institutions would be a good fit is because we offer a variety of programs. I'm confident that most of you can find something that is possibly suitable for you. So we offer programs in engineering, medicine, dentistry, pharmacy, nursing, physiotherapy, speech and hearing, allied health sciences, biomedical sciences, communication and journalism, architecture, hotel management, fashion technology, interior designing. So chances are you'll find a program that is good from our offerings. Another strong reason why we think our institutions will be good for you is because we are very focused on skill development. Our programs are outcome based. We have identified what are the outcomes that we want our graduates to achieve. And we have designed our programs towards that. And we have put in place the infrastructure, the facilities and equipment, particularly for developing skills and competencies. In today's world, what matters is whether you can get a job done. In your future career roles, you need to get that thing done. And for that, you need to develop those skills and competencies. So we have things like advanced simulation labs, we have computerized practice labs, we have hands-on labs for all areas of technology. We have set up workshops and laboratories in collaboration with industry. So that means you will be learning with equipment and facilities which you will be actually using in your future careers. We work with working professionals to guide you, and we have the equipment that is necessary. We just don't focus on routine knowledge and related skills. We want you to look beyond the explicit curriculum. We want you to prepare for those things which are peripheral but can become important in the future. So we want you to expand your horizons. So we are offering you value additions. So we have mechanisms to offer you additional top-up courses, additional value-added courses, which will bring in expertise and expose you to things which are beyond the conventional curricula. We also have opportunities for students as part of student exchange programs to visit and work with universities abroad. We have students who have visited US universities and European universities as part of exchange programs. We conduct winter schools, we conduct summer schools to give you exposure to additional hands-on skills. So you can expect to expand your horizons beyond the conventional curricula. We will make sure that you have opportunities to nurture your talents. Like I said, you need to be passionate about what you do in your life. And therefore, we understand that extracurricular activities are an important way for you to explore your talent, develop your talent. Who knows, an engineer who's training to be engineer today can tomorrow become a highly technical, tech-savvy person who helps the entertainment business. So the future is very different from the past. The disciplinary boundaries are dissolving. And therefore, we want you to be prepared for everything and we want you to taste everything. So we support extracurricular activities. We have various student clubs. We have wonderful auditoria, and we have open air areas where you can pursue your hobbies and talents. We want you to become employable and enterprising. So like I said, it is not just knowledge and skills. We want to help you in developing interpersonal skills. We want you to learn how to work in teams, and we want you to develop communication skills. So many of our programs have internships. Many of our programs have projects, field projects. Many of our programs involve working in teams and working with each other. So these are ways in which we train you in employability related skills and entrepreneurship skills. And of course, you spend a lot of time in college. Many of you will be away from home, and it's important that you have a safe and comfortable place as your second home, away from your parents and family. And we leave no stone unturned in offering you this safety and comfort. We have 24/7 security. We have lost count of the number of CCTV cameras we have put up in our campuses to make sure that no untoward incidents happen. We have comfortable rooms. We have canteens, mess facilities, multiple options for you to. We have a self-contained campus which provides you almost everything within our campuses. We have leisure facilities. We have excellent sports facilities in our NITTE campus. We have a great gymnasium and a big playground in our Mangalore campus, and of course in the Bangalore campus. So almost any kind of leisure activity that you want to pursue, you will find facilities supporting that. Another great thing about the NITTE institutions is the diversity in our campus. You will find people from all corners of India and from many international destinations. And we are a very women-friendly campus. In fact, we are proud that nearly 2/3 of our students are women, and that has made our campus extra special. And this also helps our students become respectful towards women, and I'm sure that they leave our campuses being better human beings. Everything put together, we strongly believe that education should be grounded in the social realities. Education should provide opportunities for understanding the realities of life. All our programs provide opportunities for community-based learning. They promote student volunteering. And we have made conscious efforts to instill social responsibility in our students. And we are confident that students who spend time in our campus will find that purpose in life, will leave our campuses as grounded human beings who are willing to go that extra mile to make a difference in others' lives. And therefore, we think that we can help you to nurture your talents. We can develop your skills and competencies. We can make you employable and enterprising. And therefore, we can help you in your journey to find a fulfilling career. And maybe some of you will find your ikigai. Therefore, please consider NITTE University, NITTE institutions, and you're welcome to join us on this journey. Now, very quickly, let me just showcase the programs that are available at Mangalore campus. All these details are available on our websites. I'll show you the link for this, and please feel free to write to us at info@nitte.edu.in for any further details. The programs at Mangalore campus, most of them are the degrees offered by the NITTE deemed to be university. We have the flagship medical school, K.S. Hegde Medical Academy, which offers the 5.5 years MBBS program. We have bachelor's programs in medical imaging technology, anesthesia and operation theater technology. laboratory technology, and respiratory therapy. These bachelor's programs train future therapists, technologists, and technicians. The Aviation Memorial Institute of Dental Sciences is one of the oldest dental schools in India, and it offers a very highly sought after bachelor's in dental sciences program. The Gulabi Shetty Memorial Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences offers the bachelor's in pharmaceutical sciences program. We also offer an integrated PharmD program where you leave with a doctoral degree after 5 years of learning pharmaceutical sciences. The NITTE Usha Institute of Nursing Sciences trains future nurses, and our students have made a mark in many international countries like UK and US and Australia in particular. NITTE Institute of Physiotherapy trains physiotherapists. It offers the Bachelor of Physiotherapy program. The NITTE University for the Center for Science Education Research is a unique institution which combines a focus on research with education. The Bachelor of Sciences in Biomedical program is creating wonderful scientists and teachers for the future. The NITTE Institute of Communication offers a bachelor's program in journalism and mass communication. The NITTE Institute of Architecture offers the bachelor's in architecture program, which is a professional program. The NITTE Institute of Speech and Hearing is affiliated to the Mangalore University. It offers a bachelor's in audiology and speech language pathology. This trains speech pathologists. The Sarosh Institute of Hotel Administration in Mangalore is affiliated to Mangalore University and offers a bachelor's program in hotel management. I'll just mention three institutions in Bangalore campus which offers bachelor's program. The NMIT, Nitya Meenakshi Institute of Technology at Bangalore, offers BE programs, that is Bachelor of Engineering programs, and a BArch program in architecture is offered by the NITTE School of Architecture and Planning and Development. The NITTE School for Fashion Technology and Interior Design offers bachelor's programs in fashion and apparel design and a BSc program in interior design and decoration. So you can get further details at info@nitte.edu.in. You can also visit us at www.nitte.edu.in for the Bangalore campus and www.nitte.ac.in for the NITTE and Bangalore campuses. Dr. Niranjan Chiplankar will now introduce primarily the engineering programs at the NITTE campus. Sir, over to you.
Sorry, sir. You're not audible, sir. Sorry, sir. You're still not audible, sir. Sorry, sir. Still, you're not audible, sir. You're not audible, sir.
Sir, you may want to check if your correct microphone is selected. In the microphone menu, you may want to check whether the correct microphone is selected because you're using external microphone.
I'm audible now?
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Yes, you're audible now. Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you. So, good evening, and let me start my presentation. I'm Dr. Niranjan Chiplunkar, Principal of NMEM Institute of Technology, NITTE. Let me thank Dr. Harsha, who has given a wonderful insight into the professional career, and also he gave inputs on various courses on medical sciences which are running at Mangalore campus. I know I'm addressing the students from 8th to 12th standard and also hopefully some of their parents. And I'll be dealing with the engineering education and its details. Normally, when we talk about engineering education, the first question that comes to the minds of the people is the difference between science, technology, and engineering. I'm sure the student friends know what science is all about because they would have studied or they are studying in their schools right now. Engineering is something which is applied science. But science, if I define, then it's a systematic study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observing and experiments which are being done on that. So my students, definitely they know that there is something they study in their science curricula about light, sound, and maybe principle of magnification, and about ideal laws of gas and so on. So these are all basic fundamentals of science. But when it comes to technology, it is the application of scientific knowledge for practical purposes, especially in industry. That is called technology. If you take an example of principle of magnification, that has been used in the technological gadget that is called microscope. Similarly, if you understand the scientific principle of ideal law of gases, then it basically talks about the application in the technology field, which is internal combustion engines, which are used in automobiles. So technology is the application of scientific knowledge. Then what is engineering? The branch of science and technology concerned with the design, building, and use of engines, machines, and structures is called engineering. In fact, engineering products deal with added aspects to that of technology like economy, safety, and environmental consciousness. So this is briefly the difference between science, technology, and engineering. Let me next take you through various engineering education courses and also prospects of engineering. Dr. Harsha, during his initial talk, he mentioned about the vision and the passion that one should have towards his studies. Engineering education is one of the professional courses which is typically a 4-year program with the emphasis on practicals and project work, and it is having very good employment opportunities. One can really start earning as soon as his engineering education gets completed. But we all talk about STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So mathematics becomes very important part for engineering studies. Now this particular picture shows you our engineering campus at a village called NITTE, which is about 50 kilometers from Mangalore. We are part of the NITTE Education Trust, and NMAM Institute of Technology, NITTE, started in the year 1986. It is a private self-financing institute affiliated to Visvesvaraya Technological University, Belagavi, in the state of Karnataka, and it is approved by All India Council for Technical Education. It is an autonomous institute which means that we have academic autonomy and we basically define our curriculum based on the needs of the industries. We have both engineering and management streams, and we have 9 undergraduate BE programs and 10 postgraduate programs. Ours is an ISO 9001-2015 certified institute, and all our undergraduate programs are accredited by National Board of Accreditation. You may be aware that these days, most of the engineers working in Gulf countries, they have been asked to produce a certificate to indicate whether they have studied in an institution which has been accredited by National Board of Accreditation. Ours is the one which has all our undergraduate engineering programs accredited by National Board of Accreditation. Apart from this, our institution is NAC A-grade institute. We are 133rd position in NIRF 2020 and QS iGauge, which is a world ranking body which has basically put our institute under diamond ranking in the year 2019. And we also have a platinum category in AICTE, Confederation of Indian Industries Industry Link Survey in both during 2018 and 19. These are the 9 undergraduate programs which are offered in Engineering College, NMAM, NITTE, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, Biotechnology, Civil Engineering, Computer and Communication Engineering, Computer Science and Engineering, Electrical and Electronics, Electronics and Communication, Information Science and Engineering, and Mechanical Engineering. As you may see there, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, which is being talked about these days, and we have a full-fledged undergraduate program, and it's ably supported by the faculty members who have done their research in this particular niche area of artificial intelligence. We have a very exclusive center of excellence in artificial intelligence and machine learning, which has been started during this COVID pandemic. Then, apart from these undergraduate programs, of course, we have MTech programs, which are all 2-year programs, 8 of them, the names are given there. We also have Masters in Computer Applications, Masters in Business Administration, and we also offer PhD and postdoctoral fellowships. For any institution, library is a source for all the information that is required for studies. And we have a very excellent library which is supported by digital library facilities, digital services, digital repository services. We have all the required engineering and management books and journals, and we have access to more than 250 engineering specific e-journals, which are being used very widely by the faculty and the students. We have the accommodation on the campus, hostels for both undergraduate and postgraduate students with vegetarian and non-vegetarian mess, and solar water heaters and power backup, recreation rooms and reading room facilities in all the hostels. We have an excellent guest house. Whenever the parents of our students visit our institute, they like to stay in our guest house, and it's a very well maintained and with in-house service with 2 VIP suites too. We have an auditorium of a capacity 4,000 seating capacity and several air-conditioned auditoria, 2 especially with 350 and 450 seating capacity. And more than 70 faculty members and their non-teaching staff, they do stay camp in the campus. This is an aerial view of our huge playground, which we call BC Alva Sports Complex, and which houses separate hockey ground, football ground, and cricket ground. And this is a view of BC Alva Sports Complex indoor stadium, which has a basketball court, wooden flooring, and badminton courts and TT courts. And we have a modern multi-gym facility and also outdoor stadium for all the outdoor games. This is the view of a modern multi-gym where we have separate timings for the boys and girls to come and then practice. We have 9 physical education teachers in the campus who basically help our needy students. IT has become a very important facility in any campus, and we have 1.5 Gbps internet lease line connectivity, and the entire campus is Wi-Fi. All our classrooms are ICT enabled classrooms, and we use open source software for our training, and also lots of licensed software, so that when students get graduated and go out of the campus, they will be trained in both open source as well as licensed software. The Coursera courses, which are being introduced very recently, are given free of cost for the students so that they can undergo lots of value added courses through them. These are the 14 centers of excellences which are housed in our college. The first 5 or 6 are under the mechanical engineering department: tool-based micromachining, condition monitoring, advanced machining, vibration isolation, system design, fabrication testing, and IC engine research. So these are the mechanical engineering specific centers of excellences, where a lot of research work keeps happening by our researchers, faculty members, and they take students also along with them in order to carry out the research activities. Biofuel Information and Demonstration Center, which is a very unique in this part of the state, and we every day manufacture about 100 liters of biodiesel, which is used not only in our college vehicles, we also give it to outside vehicles. So the students immediately get a feel of how biofuel is manufactured, and it is being and used in the vehicles. Then Center for Power Electronics Research, Basic Science Research, and these are the other 2 centers of excellence. High performance computing, and already what I mentioned about the Center of Excellence in Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, all these have facilities for the very recent AI and ML type of applications and research work. We have 3 industry-powered centers of excellences. Last 3, Fronius, which is a well-known name in welding technology. So we have a welding technology lab. We have a Ashok Leyland-powered automotive learning lab, and Texas Instruments Center of Excellence in electronics-related area. So these are some of the photographs. The first one, what you see on the top left-hand corner, is a ABB 360-degree robot. So students get hands-on exposure in programming that 360-degree freedom robot by ABB. We have here a automobile factory facility where we have recent BMW engine, which students themselves dismantle, fit it back, and then see the internals, how it works. And this is a welding simulator. In fact, every student entering into our college gets a opportunity to work on this welding simulator first, then they actually get into actual welding. We have collaborations with various foreign universities. To name a few, the Ritsumeikan University, Japan, where every year about 10 to 12 students go there for an internship. It's a paid internship. Apart from this, for about 10 to 12 days, about 50 to 60 students, they get an opportunity to visit various facilities in that particular university. Similarly, we have collaborations with the University of Pennsylvania, Penn State University, Harrisburg, USA, National Institute of Singapore, especially for the biotechnology department students, University of Antwerp, Belgium, and so on. And for the overall growth of a student, we require to have various other forums. We have technical clubs, several technical clubs like Aero Club, Robotics Club, Finite Loop Coding Club, and so on, where students are basically given an opportunity. Professional society chapters, where again students become members and learn and get networked from along with their peers from other institutes. And these are the various student clubs that we have in the college. A dance club, a studio club, a Talim theater club, and so on. And any engineering graduate, for that matter, at the end of the day, he wants to know what are the companies that come for the campus recruitment. And campus recruitment will not happen just like that. It requires additional training and additional inputs. We have a separate Department of Counseling, Welfare, Training, and Placement. We call it as Abhyuday, which provides student placement trainings, and they also are into the counseling activities for the students. And through this particular center, we provide motivational counseling, career counseling, orientation programs, peer academic help, creative pursuits through student clubs, leadership generation through volunteerism, and we also help and guide students in preparing themselves for the placement, and we provide professional counseling services also. This is a very statistics which indicates the number of students placed during last 4 years. So during 2017-18, there were 774 students out of about 950 students who joined our institute and graduated that year. About 100 plus students went for higher studies, and a couple of them even started with their own enterprise. And it was 758 during 1819, 757 during 1920, and during the current year, which has just started, already 642 students have been placed in various companies. These are some of the notable recruiters. You can see that there are not only IT giants, but even the core companies which come to the campus to recruit our students. Last year, we had the placement, and students, 4 of them got very good placement in a company with an annual package of rupees 30 lakhs. So, and finally, I also would like to show you a picture and tell you the names of the companies with which we have been working. They are all Japanese companies: iBot, Electrical, NITTE, and Kobayashi Create. Last year itself, we started all these interactions, and already 14 students have been placed in these companies and have gone to Japan right now for their work. So finally, I wish to state that engineering is a profession wherein just within 4 years, you can really get to know what engineering is all about. And also, if you do really well with the support of the institute and the guidance that it provides, you can get the certificate in hand, but also a job. And for further information, you can visit our institute website, www.nmit.nitte.edu.in. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That was quite an informative and interesting presentation. Now, let's move on to the queries from our audience. May I request our valued guests to post your queries in the chat box regarding today's session. So, what kind of change is expected in the admission procedures due to COVID-19?
Yeah, let me take that question. In fact, we all know that COVID pandemic, which has affected all our lives in various ways. But going forward, by the next admission season, which is normally month of May, June, July, we feel that this entire COVID ill effects may, diminish, and it may not have much adverse effect on the admissions. But at the same time, having said, the COVID pandemic has given lots of challenges and also the opportunities. And with this, there could be a lot of opportunities and then scope for IT related courses. So in engineering, especially, if I would like to say, most of our engineering programs have introduced IT related components, whether it's mechanical, civil, or electrical. So these are going to flourish in the days to come because of this particular pandemic and its effects that we are seeing. So as far as admission is concerned, I believe it is going to be, it will not have much adverse effect, but instead it may have, different, hello. But I believe it will definitely will have brighter prospects in the days to come. Thank you.
If I may add to that, the COVID pandemic actually gave us an opportunity to really kind of, relook at our priorities. And as a university and as a group of institutions, I think we have been very resilient. The colleges in Dr. Chiplankar's campus, as well as the colleges in the Mangalore campus, have taken this opportunity to really strengthen our online learning infrastructure, to train teachers in online teaching and learning, and that is going to be pay us rich dividends in the years to come. Secondly, like Dr. Chiplankar said, admissions for this year and next year. For this year, of course, we have put in place safety precautions and protocols, and having a very strong teaching hospital, a tertiary care hospital, we have the advantage of having the expertise and the skill set and the resources required to provide safety for our students right now this year, and also to face similar challenges in the coming year if this continues. And also, this pandemic has brought the focus back into some of educational courses and programs. For example, public health is going to be a very sought after course in the coming years, because all over the world, and particularly in India, the need for well-trained epidemiologists, the need for well-trained infectious disease specialists, and the need for laboratory technologists and therapists in general has been really driven home by this pandemic situation. And therefore, we actually see a greater interest in programs like public health programs, in bachelor's programs and master's programs in medical laboratory technology. And also, I think biomedical research has received focus like never before. And therefore, for the educational sector, I think the educational sector, in a sense, will benefit, will go from strength to strength despite this pandemic.
Thank you, sirs. Moving on to the next question. Sir, could you please elaborate on the MBBS eligibility criteria and its fee structure?
Yes, I'll take that question. Of course, the MBBS program in India for the last few years now has become very clearly delineated in terms of the eligibility and the procedures that are required for admission. The basic eligibility is a 12th standard or a pre-university college, what we call in some places in India. You need to have taken up physics, chemistry, biology. So that is the basic educational qualification. Plus, of course, for all admissions in medical colleges in India, participating in the National Eligibility Entrance Test is mandatory. And allocation of seats is now done centrally by the Director General for Health Services. So all applicants will need to take the test, and based on the performance in the NEET test, the rank lists are drawn up for various categories by DGHS, and admissions will happen through the portal. Coming to the fee structures, of course, you can find details on our website, but just to give you an idea, in the general category, that is the non-NRI category, the fee would generally be around 15.5 lakhs per year. This is the current year's fees, but I understand that many of the students in our audience will actually be taking up the medical course maybe 2 years, 3 years later when they graduate high school. So I'm talking about the current fees levels, which are roughly about 15.5 lakhs per year for the general category. Under the NRI category, it amounts to close to 32 to 35 lakhs per year currently. The hostel expenses would depend upon, we have a wide variety of hostel accommodation. So we would have, the more premium air-conditioned rooms and the non-air-conditioned single, double, triple rooms. So it would vary from around 1 lakh rupees for the air-conditioned rooms to about maybe 35,000 rupees per year for the triple sharing rooms. You can budget for about 35,000 rupees per year for the mess facilities, which is mandatory for hostel residents. So that is just a kind of a broad ballpark estimate of the costs of medical training in India in our institution, and you can find details on our website.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to the next question. Sir, as an NRI, what rank is required to enter your university?
Yes, so for the medical and the dental programs, there is it is difficult to predict what is a cutoff rank because these are very dynamic and it depends upon the yearly competition. But it is basic eligibility in NEET is required. Qualification in NEET is required. So a cutoff rank is extremely difficult for me to really mention anything because it's a very dynamic thing.
Thank you, sir. So moving on to the next question. Sir, could you please let us know the fee structure for the architecture program?
Yes. So we have an architecture school in the Mangalore campus and also architecture school in the Bangalore campus. I will share some details about the architecture program in the Mangalore campus. The architecture school is a very dynamic and innovative school. There's a heavy emphasis on what is called as collaborative learning. So there's a whole lot of emphasis on design studios where students work with, these are called as vertical designs where students have to integrate, where to work with the students of higher and lower, phases of learning so that they exchange ideas and come up with design projects. So it's a very hands-on course, it requires a lot of cognitive skills. And one of the specialities of the architecture program in our institution is that there are many value additions in the form of, for example, we have a program called as a traveling studio, where a group of students actually goes on location at a distant site, takes up a design challenge, takes up a development challenge, and understands needs of a particular project from the community and work together to develop an architectural plan and implementation plan for that. So there are many such innovative programs as part of our institution's programs. Coming to the fee structure for the architecture program, again, the current fees is close to 2.5, 2.6 lakhs per year. And the hostel fees would roughly be similar to what I mentioned earlier as part of our medical programs, anywhere between 75,000 to 35,000 rupees per year, depending on the type of room, plus about 35,000 rupees of mess charges per year. So the fees is essentially close to 2.6, 2.7 lakhs per year currently.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to the next question. So, what are the scholarships offered by your university?
Yes, I will answer on behalf of the Mangalore campus. Dr. Chiplankar may have to add from the NITTE campus later. In the Mangalore campus, we are currently offering some merit-based scholarships for our architecture program. You can write to us at info@nitte.edu.in for specific details of this. It is primarily a merit scholarship depending upon your performance in your qualifying examinations. We are able to offer fee concession scholarships.
Yeah, when it comes to the NITTE campus, that is engineering campus, basically all our admissions do happen through 3 ways. One for the state of Karnataka, and third one is under management quota. Even the students from abroad, NRI students can join the college. Roughly the fee structure for NRI student in engineering college for most of the programs is about 3.8 lakhs per annum. This is the college fee structure. And the meritorious students, definitely we have some plans in mind to offer the scholarships for the meritorious students, but that merit that varies from year to year. Depending on the cutoff that we decide, we give scholarships of worth 25,000 rupees per year till 50,000 rupees per year. So this is the scholarship that we provide year on year. And apart from this, there are a lot of government scholarships. Some of the students who may have Indian origin, they also are eligible to apply for that, but they're all coming from the government agencies. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sirs. Moving on to the next question. Sir, does your university offer courses in aviation?
No, right now our university doesn't have any course on aviation technology as such. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So, moving on to the next
Well,
question.
Yeah. Please.
So, are SAT scores considered for admission?
In
Would you like
the
to take it?
colleges of the
Can you
Mangalore
repeat the question,
program,
please?
no. Um, Currently, none of our programs would consider SAT course.
Thank you, sirs. Thank you for your brilliant answers and for clarifying all the doubts of our valued guests. Audience,
If I may add, just before we wind up, I understand that there are many parents here with us too. We have focused on bachelor's programs today, which our institutions offer. But I just want to remind you that we offer master's programs in almost all the disciplines that we have talked about today. A wide variety of master's programs and very robust programs, if I may add. So if you have, children or friends who are looking for master's programs, please do explore the NITTE institutions from that perspective too.
thank you, sirs, for your valuable insights and clarifying all the doubts of our valued guests. Audience are requested to fill in the feedback form. The link for the chain is put in the chat box and description.
Thank
As
you.
we
It's a great pleasure to be here, and I thank the organizers of Anywhere for this opportunity of connecting with such bright young people and their parents. We hope that at least some of you, we will be able to welcome you in the coming years to our institutions. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much. Thank you.
Thank you, sirs. As we come to the end of a wonderful session, I would like to express our gratitude to each and everyone behind the grand success of this session. First and foremost, I express our sincere gratitude to His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq for his great vision, leadership, and benevolence. May the Almighty bless His Majesty and this beautiful nation with peace and prosperity. On behalf of Indian School Muscat, the organizing team, and the entire audience, I extend my sincere gratitude to our speakers, Dr. Harsha and Dr. Niranjan from NITTE University. We appreciate the time and efforts you took to share with us the courses you offer and the career opportunities. Wholeheartedly, I thank the chairman, Dr. Baby Sam Samuel, and members of the board of directors, Indian Schools in the Sultanate of Oman, Mr. Ajay Kumar Pillai, president, and members of the Indian School Muscat Management Committee, our honorable principal, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Chauhan, presidents, and members of Indian School Management Committees in the Sultanate of Oman, principals, vice principals, assistant vice principals, supervisors, coordinators, heads of departments, and teachers for their support and guidance for organizing such an event. Thank you all for encouraging all of us. I thank all the dear students, parents, and well-wishers for being with us today and for your active participation during the entire session. Signing off is Aaron Abraham of Class 11A, Indian School Muscat. Thank you once again. Wishing you all success in your future endeavors. Stay safe and have a wonderful evening.